Expect more.
Achieve more.
The Home for Little Wanderers is America's oldest and New England's largest child welfare agency, responsible for taking care of a lot of the state's most vulnerable children, actually the kids for whom the Commonwealth is the parent. And so to have a relationship with a state college like Bridgewater State is very, very important because we are sharing the responsibility for educating and taking care of this population of young people. The home's been very concerned about kids who age out of the foster care system at the age of 18 and what happens to them. They tend to be a pretty vulnerable and at-risk population of young adults. And so the partnership between the home and Bridgewater State through our Academic Support for College and Life program provides wonderful educational opportunity supported by the home for this population of kids.
Well, I think for many of the reasons that Joan has just described, I think we as the partner really also have a stake and an interest in what happens to the Commonwealth's children and students. It seemed like a natural thing for us to do as we at this institution are reaching out to be engaged more with issues and matters of social justice and moving beyond the classroom, seeing education as part of our responsibility that extends to younger folks, to extends to even older citizens. So this was a natural for us, and the program actually allows us to really look at ways in which we can help young folks transition into higher education. So in addition to the students in the program, there are some other benefits that we're seeing that we're being able to use in other parts of the institution that have helped additional younger students.
One of the big challenges for young people who are in the child welfare system, both here in Massachusetts and actually across the country, is that they often have not had continuous and high-quality educational opportunity. They've moved from community to community, from home to home, oftentimes from program to program, like those run by the home. And so their educational attainment isn't where it should be or where they're entitled to have it. And so this gives kids for whom college, in many ways is seen as unattainable, an opportunity to really get a higher education. We all know that a college education is a major determinant of earning power and of participation in our society. And this is a population of young people who often do not have adults that are supportive of them. They don't have parents maybe readily available. They don't have other family members that they can depend on. And so a college education, a top-flight education, is really going to be the key to their being economically self-sufficient and successful. In addition, a residential college community like this, in some ways makes up the family that you don't have. You have faculty people that care about you, alum that care about you, other students that care about you. You're living in a community with others. Some of your closest friends in life are your college roommates and other students that you go to college with. So it's kind of making a community, making a family for a population of young adults for whom that's not a natural circumstance.
Well, I think obviously Joan and I met some time ago in the governor's office when we worked there together and maintained that relationship. And in discussions, we discovered that this may be a possibility, and it's turned out to be a great possibility, and something I think that, as I say, we saw as an opportunity to engage beyond the classroom and engage in some non-traditional ways with students. I think, my hope is that this work that we're doing with the home really takes root, that we work out whatever the issues might be and challenges are in running such a program, and that we're able to expand it to include more students. Because I think, as Joan has said, in the end, what really is going to matter here is the final disposition of these young folks. Are they educated? Are they productive citizens? Are they engaged? Are they people who are going to make a difference for others? And I think that's the kind of investment we see this as doing. This is
we're heading into the first summer before the second year's program. So I do think it is a little bit early to tell. But, you know, there have certainly with every new adventure like this, there have been some challenges. And I think those center pretty much around a population of young adults for whom this environment is really not at all familiar. They're not coming out of places where college has been discussed. College even is maybe a goal or a desire on the part of themselves and their families. And so, and you know, a freshman year in any college, certainly for my two sons, was, you know, is not easy. So imagine kids who come to an environment like this and they have no really adult support coming from home, placed on a campus with unbelievable opportunity, but also freedom. And with that comes responsibility. And so I think we've had a lot of the kind of growing pains of trying to help a population of kids adapt to an environment like this. And we've had some success. We've had some circumstances where it has not yet worked out. But I think we've got a new crew coming in a few weeks. We're here now, and we'll start kind of the regular school year in the fall. And I think we've learned a lot from the experience, learned a lot about what kind of support this population of young people needs. And so I'm looking forward to having this group, you know, hit the ground running and do extremely well this year.
As I said earlier, I think it's a matter of looking at, I mean, if we look at this population of young folks who have had every disadvantage we can think of, and so are not positioned for success. And as a major force in this region and in the Commonwealth, I believe that we have a responsibility to engage where we can, when we can, to provide opportunities to make a difference. You know, the investment in Bridgewater that the Commonwealth makes is about the improvement of its citizens, about the improvement of the quality of life. And so any way in which we can reach out from this institution and engage with partners like the home to make that difference and to leverage those dollars that we have to make that difference, it's important. And so this program, along with Fam for Change and others where we have younger folks on this campus, they're important programs. And we, you know, as Joan has said, there are certainly issues to work through as we learn more about what this engagement means for the young folks, for the home and for Bridgewater. But I think each of us is ready to meet those challenges, to provide the kind of resources where we can to ensure that these young folks succeed. So I think it's a great engagement.